All right. Welcome to another episode of the Malarkey Hour. This is your host, Matt, and my co-host, Mr. John. How's it going, sir?
Where am I? No, I'm just kidding.
It's like your catchphrase now.
Right?
You're like Kramer.
Like an old, confused man. I'm okay. What's up?
Not much. Let's do sports. You want to do sports? You want to do sports first?
Sure.
I think that's as good of a subject to start off with. We had the opening day of baseball this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally. Spring is here.
In fact, I got to pull up the standings. I stopped paying attention after day 2.
I have the standings right here. In the AL East, you got Tampa Bay leading. The Central is Detroit. And out west is Seattle. And the National League, the East, Miami, the Central, Milwaukee, and the West, San Francisco. So first week of the MLB season.
No, the Astros started out 2-0.
Oh, there you go.
And then what happened? They realized they were the Astros.
Yeah, I think I think the players looked down to the uniform like, oh shit, we're the Astros.
But you know what? They're 3-3. They could be worse.
Yeah.
The Yankees are 3-3. And 2 of those losses came to the Yankees at least, right? Did they sweep the Yankees or did they just lose?
The Astros? No, I think the Yankees won that last one.
Okay, so they beat the Yankees 2-1.
Yeah.
It's also bad. He gave up like 95 runs in the first 2 innings.
Yeah, that is true.
95 or 96, I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but it was a lot.
Something like that. Well, it's a long season, so.
Let's be honest, nobody cares right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's move on from baseball. What else you got?
That was the biggest sports news of the week.
Of
course not.
There is a Final Four going on.
There was a Final Four. The women's Final Four. It's going to be, it looks like. I actually don't even know who's playing around the women.
Jesus, you're sexist.
It's a joke.
Damn.
In the men's Final Four, do you have it up? You said you had it up.
Well, I know it's Kentucky and UConn, but...
Kentucky and UConn. It's going to be the freshman from Kentucky going up against UConn.
5 starting freshmen.
First time since, you were telling me since Michigan?
Yeah, since Michigan did it 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Back in, I don't know.
Well, they didn't do it 2 years in a row. Because they were freshmen the first year, and then they weren't freshmen.
Well, the Fab Five,
yeah,
were the freshmen, and then they came back the second year.
Exactly.
Got back. They never won, but they got back, right?
Yeah.
It was like Jalen Rose and
Jalen Rose.
that guy that took all that money from the
We're not going to
NCAA.
name him. We're not going to name him. And then Chris Webber.
Right.
Joan Howard. And the other 2 guys. And
the other 2 guys that
nobody remembers.
Yeah. The other 2 guys that didn't quite.
Nobody remembers them.
Did they all make NBA draft?
I think 4 of them did. I don't think the 5th guy did.
Huh.
I think he's selling insurance in like Detroit right now.
Oh, that's a bad city to sell insurance.
That shit. I don't think any of them live in Detroit. I think they all had it when they had a chance. They moved on.
I think you're just making all this up.
Yeah, I basically have. I have no idea what anybody did.
I don't know. That's the only thing that's got me intrigued right now. Is because they are all freshmen.
They're all freshmen. Yeah, I mean that's the. I guess that's the big storyline.
Okay, I mean you can start with what is it? You start with 64 teams, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we had they won 56-49. That's when they were playing Kansas State.
All right.
They won 78-76, playing Wichita State, number 1 Wichita State in the Midwest.
Yeah.
You got them beating Louisville 74-69.
Yeah.
You got them beating number 2 Michigan 75-72.
Uh-huh.
And then on Saturday they beat Wisconsin 74-73.
Uh-huh.
Those are very small numbers, like margins, but that's cool.
So you're trying to tell me they've won some close games?
all close games. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the magic of this tournament. It's one and done, so doesn't matter as long as you win the game and you move on.
So now they face number 7 UConn tomorrow. Well, by the time you put this up, Monday, April 7th.
Yeah.
So today's Sunday, the day before.
Yeah.
I don't know how far
What do you think?
this magic can go.
Do you think Kentucky? Do you think they continue this close game winning streak?
I want them to, but I don't think they do.
You can't just murder them.
No. Yeah. I say they lose by double digits tomorrow, to be honest with you.
Just to go the opposite?
Just because this isn't a movie.
Just to go the opposite, I pick Kentucky. I think Kentucky wins.
I want them to win.
I think Kentucky wins by 2.
You think they win by 2?
Yeah, they win by 2. And I haven't been watching any games, so take that with.
Do you know the line?
I have no idea.
I'm checking it right now. You want to guess the line? I haven't seen it yet.
I couldn't even tell you. UConn minus 5.5.
UConn is favorite by 32.5.
Shut up.
Actually, Kentucky's favorite by 2.5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So they've been winning by 2. It's not that far off.
So I fade the public. UConn wins.
We will see.
I like Kentucky to win, but whatever.
By the time you're listening to this, they're probably already over. And
Dallas, and there's cars on fire, flipped over, and all kinds of fun shenanigans.
Well, that's just a regular Monday night in Dallas, Texas.
That's what they do in Fort Worth, not Dallas.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. Dallas is too high class.
It's like my favorite.
Beverly Hills of the South, as they say.
They didn't do that in my favorite TV show, The New Dallas.
So we got that. Moving on from college. Did you hear, John? Mr. Tiger Woods is going to miss the Masters for the first time in his career.
Yes, I heard that.
It's going to be, he's now officially missed at least one time for each of the majors.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. So he's done.
So he's missed all
4 now, at least once. So
yeah, because there's 4. Yeah. I didn't know he's missed the other 3. I thought
this is the only one he has never missed. He's won how many? He's won 4 Masters.
Who cares? He hasn't won shit in years.
Hey, he was close last year. People forget.
Not really.
Yeah, he lost. He didn't lose by that much. Remember that infamous.
Yeah, but when you say close, I think of 3-4 holes left. I don't think of second, third day.
He didn't lose by that much.
When the game starts, it's still 0-0. I am not losing.
But he's been stuck at 14 majors for 6 years now. So.
Oh, you're talking about last year when they reviewed and they gave him like few stroke penalties because the ball wasn't put in the right spot or something.
But you know what? Then they go back. It was all I think what wasn't it? It was all the angle of the camera guy moved, and they went back to the still photographer who was there, and he didn't move, and he actually wasn't that far back. Like,
it doesn't matter though. It has to be. I forgot. I don't think he was supposed to be the one to do it himself anyway. Yeah. Not in that situation.
And you know what? He was in the clear. They had said he had done nothing wrong. They were going to penalize him, and then they asked him the question. He almost outed himself, sort of.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't think he's gay.
All right. They're like, "Hey, Tiger, can you tell us anything about the drop?" He's like, "Well, it's been a few years coming, but I think
I don't want to out myself."
So yeah, he had.
You don't believe me? Read my text messages. I promise, I'm not gay.
So he's having surgery on his back. So that's why he's missing it. So he had surgery Monday.
Is he still with that skiing chick?
Lindsey Vonn, I think so.
Yeah. She's cute.
Yeah. He last won the Masters in 2005. He won his first Masters in 97. blah blah blah. So yeah, so no Tiger in the Masters. All right, so moving away from sports news, let's get a little serious for the moment. John, did you hear?
Oh wait, we didn't talk about U.S. and Mexico soccer game.
They played.
Yeah, they tied 2-2.
Oh, there you go. You got that.
Anyway, we can move on.
The Supreme Court struck down the overall political donation
Obamacare?
cap.
Did they do it?
They did it? No.
Finally?
They struck down
just kidding.
The Supreme Court this week struck down the overall political donation cap. So now you could donate all the money you want to anybody you want.
It's not true. You can't donate all the money.
Well, not to one individual, but
Yeah.
you want to spread it around. Now you don't have a limit to how much you
What
want.
does that actually add up to? If you were to consider every candidate for every election, I don't know. I thought it was about 4 million from what, I don't know. I saw it really quick, and then I saw somebody else covering it for a minute, but
It was a
it was
5-4 decision. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think I want to say it adds up to about $4 million.
Does it?
If you were to take, what is the amount? The dollar amount?
For what? The old one? The old limit?
Well, the limit, did the limit change too?
No. Like now it's essentially up to
Like
infinity.
you're running for Senate of
the individual
of Kentucky.
the individual candidate that you could donate the limit is still 2,600. That's the limit. That one person can donate to one candidate in any primary or general elections.
The ruling is you can give it to all the candidates.
Yeah, so there used to be a limit of the overall limit used to be 48,600 by individuals every 2 years.
And that was accumulation of all the
All
money.
of them, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And now they took away that limit.
Okay, so to dumb this down for myself and
Not for all of us.
everyone.
It could be a little complicated.
So I'm a guy, and I'm writing a check for, what's the biggest check I write?
Right now, for an individual, 2,600.
Okay, so I have my checkbook, and I can write to Mr. Peabody, who's running for mayor of
San Diego.
San Diego. He wouldn't run for mayor of San Diego. No, Peabody wouldn't do that. All right, just to make it believable. He's running for mayor of San Francisco.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And I can.
I am sorry. That was pretty ridiculous. I apologize to our audience. It was, and you'll never hear something as ridiculous as that ever.
So I can write a check for $2,600.
2,600.
Okay, so I write Mr. Peabody a check. He's running. So if he's running for mayor,
Right.
$2,600. If he's running for DA, $2,600. Right? He's running for whatever, right? So this goes all the way to the local level, everything, right?
I think so. If from my understanding of the law, they say it's primary and general elections. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can write, okay, whatever. Right? No matter what he's running for, Mr. Peabody gets a check for $2,600.
2,600.
But then I say, you know what? Let's say he's running for state senate. Let's change the whole thing. There's 100 state senators, right?
Correct.
Or like real senators, not like, whatever. All right, so I can write 100 checks for $2,600 to each state senator.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's because of the new rule.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, but the thing that I find interesting is we're saying like 500 and something people were able to, in 2012, actually do this.
I think so, yeah, something like that.
It's less than 600 people that were actually able to do this and afford to do this.
Exactly.
And I want to say that, that's why I came up with like 4 million. I want to say it's like 3-point-something million if you actually did that number across the board.
Mm-hmm.
But there's you still have the limit on the individual, but you can give to Bob and Joe and Billy and Sue and Barry and Carrie and Sherry and Mary. That's all the rhymes I could get from Harry.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what do you think? Fun?
I think it's bad. But I mean it's I don't know.
It's bad timing.
Yeah.
I can't call it bad.
Explain.
What do you think?
Explain.
Because if you were really trying to, if this is the actual Supreme Court case, like Supreme Pizza, Supreme, so like there's no court above this court.
No court above this court.
Except for the Super Supreme.
Super Supreme.
Where you get like...
the mushrooms and bell peppers and everything.
Yeah, it's like meat lovers.
Yeah, meat lovers and veggie lovers combined.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some serious Supreme right there.
Hey, what's your favorite pizza place?
Like of all time?
I don't even know. We're in Texas, so they might not even know what we're talking about. But
I don't know. I really don't have a favorite pizza place.
Peter Piper's pretty good, but
Peter Piper's a little underrated.
Are they like? I know Chuck E. Cheese is nationwide.
They're nationwide. Peter Piper.
Peter Piper is.
I think so.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They might be more regional.
You got to get it to go though, because if you don't have kids, like you can't just sit there.
Awkward. Yeah, it's a little awkward on a Saturday.
You can't just sit there and eat your pizza and just be by yourself while there's like 100 kids around you.
Although we do have a few friends who do that.
Yeah, we won't name names.
We won't name them, but we do know a few guys who go just to go eat pizza on a Saturday afternoon.
All right, let's switch gears. so the Supreme Pizza Court.
Yes.
I have a problem with the timing of it. I don't think it's a bad decision. I think
why not? Why don't you think it's bad?
Because I can't find anything unconstitutional about it, and that's their job.
Yeah, I understand that.
So, what is this?
I think the whole argument was that it violated people's First Amendment rights, having this limit.
What is it? The same thing that, what is it? Money is speech, right? Is that what they were getting at?
Essentially, it's sort of their way of by limiting how much they can spend, you're limiting their freedom of expression. I guess expressing who they're supporting.
Well, they made it clear in that Chris Tucker movie. Was it Money Talks? Charlie Sheen.
Right.
They had it right like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, the Chief Justice Roberts, who obviously voted for it, he said the core purpose of the First Amendment was to protect
conservative.
Was to protect political speech from government interference, even if many people might welcome it. So
again, I'd like to bring up that number. I don't know if you have it, but I know I didn't really catch up on this story that much. I kind of this. I remember when they brought this. This case has been out for a while. I remember they bring this case up months ago. There was it's McCutcheon v. something, right?
Yeah.
Whoever, right?
Yeah, McCutcheon v. Federal Election Commission.
Yeah, okay. But I remember when they brought the case up, and I kind of forgot about it. But I mean, all their job is this unconstitutional? Nah, even me, I'm like, no, it sucks. But no, I guess you guys have. I think you really do. I think they made the right decision. It's even though I don't like it. I mean, that's what you already know me. I said you live or die by the Constitution. So.
All right. And just to mention the dissent from the bench, you had Justice Stephen Breyer, who went against his decision. He called the majority opinion a disturbing development that raised the overall contribution ceiling to the number infinity. He went on to say, and this was oral, so it's very rare for oral dissents to, for it to be oral. I mean, usually they'll write it down and say their reasonings, but so for him to actually speak out, it's actually very rare. In his written opinion, though, Justice Breyer went on to say that the decision would allow a single individual to contribute millions of dollars to a political party or to a candidate's campaign. He was joined by Justices Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Sonia Sotomayor, and Elena Kagan. So that was the dissenting vote.
So Sotomayor was for it?
She was against it. She was dissenting.
Oh, dissenting, sorry.
Yes. The ruling, which goes into effect in a matter of weeks, concerned only contributions from individuals. Federal law continues to ban direct contributions by corporations and unions, though they remain free to spend unlimited sums through super PACs and similar vehicles.
I don't remember the number, but it literally is like 400 or 500 people that actually gave the max last year. So they gave. Those are the winners.
So yeah, I mean, this decision isn't gonna. It's not for people, for the majority of citizens here in the United States. The majority of people can't even hit close to the limit that was before. There's only a certain amount of individuals who can actually hit that limit. It's not like the majority of citizens are like, hey, wait a minute, I wanted to contribute more than, what was it, 56,000? Like, most Americans can't.
Actually, it was 500 something people. I don't know the number, and I swear the total that I had heard was a little under $4 million if you were to actually spread it out across the board with the maximum amount of money and candidates.
Right.
I mean, 500 something people are saying yay right now.
Yeah, because the old max limit is how much the majority of people, the average salary is in the United States. So it's not like a lot of people were really complaining about this limit. Most people can't afford to even hit this limit.
Right.
So I don't know.
It's another annoying thing if you're not one of those 500 or 600 people. It's less than 600. I don't know the number, but
yeah,
it's very annoying. It actually So the conclusion now is money equals speech.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, that was the argument they used to.
So money talks. I mean, like literally.
Now
officially, money really talks.
I mean, there's a reason they had this limit. It's to sort of prevent corruption. If you could buy a candidate now, I mean,
quid pro quo.
Yeah, quid pro corruption. Yeah,
quid pro quo. It is just a fancy word for bribery, right?
Yeah, that's all it is. I give you a certain amount of money. You make a decision for my part in this case, or it is. So
I can't say the Supreme Court got it wrong, but I can say this doesn't help shit. In fact, it makes shit worse.
But that's like the thing about that is, as if you frame this as a First Amendment violation, and is it really?
No.
The fact that you have a limit to how much money you could give a candidate,
no.
is that really violating your First Amendment rights?
As long as it's not put into their pocket for a favor, then you're not breaking the law.
So I mean, I don't know. It's tricky, but whatever. I mean, it's already done. We will see what happens with that.
I'm sure liberals are pissed and conservatives are happy, but I'm not going to say they got it wrong, because even you already know, so you got to live or die by the Constitution.
Right.
I guess sometimes I'm like, yeah, that sucks, but I think they're going to have to vote yes.
Yeah. You know what? That wasn't the most infuriating thing of this week. I think the thing that really got people in a fury, and I think it's a little bit more important than this court case, was the How I Met Your Mother series finale.
Oh, I've already started my WhiteHouse.gov petition.
So for people who don't know what I'm talking about, the CBS series How I Met Your Mother finished its 9-season run this past Monday, and they had their series finale, and not a lot of people were happy with it.
Hey, did they actually get canceled, or was there just one a-hole that wanted to leave?
No, they made the decision this was the last season.
Who's they?
The creators of the show.
They got tired of collecting those big checks.
It's tiring having to endorse
to not show up on set every day and get paid lots and lots of money.
It's tiring.
Because at least we know with Friends, Jennifer Aniston messed the show up.
I think it's unfair to say that.
No,
I think that was a group decision, because from what you hear, when they go to negotiate.
Well, I'll tell you the ones didn't want to leave. The ones that went back and tried to make TV shows, which was about most of them.
All right. Let me play the final scene between Ted and his kids.
Wait, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for people who
for
haven't
anybody
watched.
who hasn't seen it. How long is the clip?
It's about 3 minutes.
Okay, so fast forward at
Like
least
3
about
minutes, yeah.
three and a half minutes.
So-
If you don't want to hear the end of the show.
So this last scene is.
Are we really going to listen to the last 3 minutes of the
Nah,
show?
we won't listen to that. The clip is 3 minutes, but I'll probably listen to like a minute. So this last clip is Ted and his kids. They actually filmed this during season 2 because the kids obviously were gonna get old, and this telling of the story is supposed to take place over an hour or two.
I mean, I don't want to ruin it, but you're not going to show the part where Neil Patrick Harris dies, right?
No.
Don't.
I would never do that.
Don't show that part.
No. So let me play a little bit of the last scene.
And that, kids, is how I met your mother.
Just cut it off now.
That's it.
That's it.
No, I don't buy it. That is not the reason you made us listen to this.
Oh, really? And what's the reason?
Let's look at the facts here. You made us sit down and listen to the story about how you met Mom, yet Mom is hardly in the story. No. This is a story about how you're totally in love with Aunt Robin. And you're thinking about asking her out, and you want to know if we're okay with it.
I can't believe this. I kept this story short and to the point, and you guys still missed it. The point of the story is that...
Is that you totally have the hots for Aunt Robin.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
You're grounded.
Wow, you were really into Aunt Robin.
You're grounded, too. Okay, suppose I were interested in Aunt Robin in that way. It's not like I'd do anything about it. I got you guys to think about.
Dad, we love Aunt Robin.
Whenever she comes over for dinner, you guys are so obvious.
Come on, Dad. Mom's been gone for 6 years now. It's time.
What, I just call her up on the phone and ask her out on a date?
Yes!
And that's something you guys would want?
Yes!
All right, I'll give her a call.
Do it.
I am.
Call her.
I'm calling her.
Great.
Here I go. Or...
And he goes and he meets up with her, blah blah blah, and that's how. Guess he met his their mother.
Well, that's not their mother, though. Their mother's the dead.
Wait a minute. So this isn't how I met your Aunt Robin. What the hell happened there, John?
I don't know.
What the hell happened there?
I watched it once, and then I deleted it off my DVR.
So many people were pissed about this.
It could have been worse, though.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot worse finales.
Yeah.
The Seinfeld finale was horrible.
See, I actually like the Seinfeld finale.
I didn't. I mean, it wasn't boring, but it wasn't satisfying.
Yeah.
I think it was overhyped for. It was just a clip show.
Yeah.
Essentially, it was just a clip show.
Yeah.
Or,
But isn't our lives essentially just clip shows, John? I'm just kidding. Just stupid.
no
stupid.
idea what the hell you're even
Stupid,
talking
stupid.
about.
You know, with this ending, they apparently came up with obviously they came up with this ending back in season 2 because they filmed these kids, reactions. This was back in season 2, so they came up with the ending then, and I could see back in season 2 why it would be a good idea, but so much has gone through the show in the last 7-8 years since they filmed it. I can see why people are mad about it, but at the end of the day, it's just a show.
You know what show just signed on for season 10?
Oh, you're talking about... No, actually not season 10. If you're thinking about what I'm thinking.
Bones.
Oh, not Bones. I wasn't thinking about Bones.
Yeah.
10 seasons? It's been on 10 seasons?
They're signed on for the 10th. They're on 9. They officially signed on
Why
for
the hell
10th.
did it go beyond 4?
I don't know. I've never seen
I've
an
never
episode.
met anybody who's seen an episode of Bones.
I've never seen one.
I've accidentally had it on, like in the background, except for I just didn't change the channel.
I've never seen one. I can't even believe it's been on this long.
I didn't realize it was on for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, they're on season 9, but they signed on for 10.
I thought you meant Always Sunny in Philadelphia signed on for its 11th or its 12th or 13th season, I think.
No, but they're still funny. They have a huge fan base.
Yeah.
They're like the Married with Children of today.
Yeah.
They're never gonna get any, real awards or recognition, but they're funny.
Yeah.
Trashy humor is always funny.
Yeah. So, How I Met Your Mother's over.
It'll be on until Danny DeVito dies.
Which is coming up. Could be any time soon.
Yeah, which could be any day.
Have you seen them, man?
He's not exactly a health nut.
No, no. So, yeah, How I Met Your Mother ended. People were sad, mad, happy. All those emotions.
Glad.
Right? 9 seasons. Jeez. So, yeah, I mean, it was one of the longest running CBS series of all time.
Hey, speaking of CBS.
What?
Letterman is retiring.
Oh, you know what? I had this. You want to talk about it? I had this written.
You really had it on?
Yeah, I had it right here.
It's funny, as Matt's got notes, I don't.
Well, somebody has to run this show, John. Yeah.
And I'm tired of doing it.
David Letterman, after, 30-something years of doing late night?
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Still one of the best, maybe the best.
Let me. He actually talked about it the other night. Let me play. It's about like a minute or two. Him talking on the show the other night.
Earlier today, the man who owns this network, Leslie Moonves, he and I have had a relationship for years and years and years. And we've had this conversation in the past, and we agreed that we would work together on this circumstance and the timing of this circumstance. And I phoned him just before the program, and I said, Leslie, it's been great. You've been great. The network has been great, but I'm retiring.
This is really?
Yep.
This is true. You actually did this?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Well, I'm so surprised.
Do I have a minute to call my accountant? Because I
just made a very large purchase.
I just want to reiterate my thanks and for the support from the network, all of the people who have worked here, all of the people in the theater, all the people on the staff, everybody at home. Thank you very much. And what this means now is that Paul and I can be married.
No, I thought we were done.
So we don't have the timing of this precisely down. It will be, I think, at least a year or so, but sometime in the not too distant future, 2015, for the love of God. Yeah. In fact, Paul and I will be wrapping things up and taking a hike. Thank you. Thanks to everybody.
Paul's like, I want to stay.
Thanks to David.
I'm in so much debt.
Right. Thank you very much.
I just bought $1 million Furbies.
All right.
So yeah. So we got about a year left of Letterman.
And then he dies.
Then he dies. That's what happens in late night. He stopped working and he died.
What happened to Johnny Carson? Retired, dead.
After like 15 years.
Yeah, but it's still a chain reaction.
In fact, he lived many, many years after he retired.
Leno, dead.
This is breaking news.
He's emotionally dead.
Well, I know this would affect you because you used to tell me as a kid you would sneak out and record and watch Letterman.
I'd sneak out of the house.
No, you sneak out of
I would sneak
your
out of
room.
my room on a school night. I would watch Letterman, like all the normal kids would do.
Such a rebel.
Yeah. No, he's funny. He's still funny.
Yeah.
He's a really good.
He's still the best late night interviewer.
Yeah, he's good at talking to people. He's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's gotten older, but he's still funny. I don't know. I like Letterman. I like Conan, even though they're like opposites.
All right.
I'm not a huge Leno fan, but I don't dislike Leno.
All right. How do you feel about Fallon?
Whatever. He can host a show because they'll give anybody a show these days.
So they haven't given us a show.
Yeah, we're
They
still
should.
waiting for that.
They should.
But
I think we would do good.
I think kind of Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon are kind of the same level. They're just
All right.
whatever.
All right. I know you love Craig Ferguson.
I do like Craig Ferguson
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's in.
He's
I
underrated.
think normal
He's underrated.
tradition would be Craig Ferguson takes his place. And
Did you hear the news that they're talking to Mr. Colbert?
really?
Yeah.
That's
And he's interested in taking over.
really?
Uh-huh.
I haven't heard that. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know.
We'll see that.
Can you really play that character 5 nights a week?
I think he wouldn't. I think probably the conditions of he would have to be the actual Stephen Colbert.
Because it looks exhausting what he does.
Yeah, no, I do think if it'll be a traditional, he would be himself.
You know what's funny about Colbert?
What?
And I've talked to people, even people like you and I both know, and they really think he's for real.
Oh, then I realized it's a satirical character.
Yeah, they really think he's being serious, like that he's this hardcore conservative, you know.
Well, a lot of people
Yeah.
forget he used to be on the Daily Show.
Yeah, I mean, he
Which is
started with
total-
Jon Stewart.
yeah, opposite.
It's a big liberal comedic show, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying so many people still think he's for real.
Yeah, I mean-
And they're still entertained by him. They think he's funny, but I'm like, they think he's really like this hardcore conservative. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I
it's
was like, you don't
satire.
realize that
Yeah.
he's putting on an act and
Yeah.
playing a character.
Yeah, it's called satire. Yeah.
And I was like, Jon Stewart's being Jon Stewart. It's like Stephen
the most
Colbert's
part, yeah.
playing a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, satire is hard for people to understand because you are acting out what you're goofing on. So you're pretending like you really are this thing that you're actually goofing on. So
I don't think he would take it.
According to the reports, he's interested. So we will see. I mean, it's still a year away.
I don't think that people can adapt to the real him.
What is the real him? We never see the real him. Even in interviews, he still is the.
You can find some clips online.
Yeah, it depends on who's interviewing him.
Yeah, but you can.
He
find
talked
some,
about every time he goes on Bill O'Reilly. He never
Yeah.
drops his character.
Some Bill O'Reilly is not even a real interview. Just him being
Like fawning over Bill O'Reilly.
just worshiping him and just pissing off Bill O'Reilly.
It's like, stop kissing my ass. I want to do a real interview.
You can tell Bill O'Reilly's like, God damn. Why did I book this guy?
Again.
Right. No, but you can find some real clips. They actually had him speak in front of Congress one time about immigration laws, and he was actually speaking for real. Actually, he started off sarcastic because as Colbert, and then like gradually he became like a real person when they were asking him real questions.
Right.
Kind of like, once in a while they get somebody to speak in front of like the subcommittees in Congress.
Right.
And he goes, I forgot how he started it, but he was being stupid at first. He goes, I want my tomatoes cut by an American and served by something to a Mexican, and then blah blah blah. Like,
All right.
but like after that, like he started being like, asking the questions for real. I'm sorry, answering the questions like as a himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's the right choice. Colbert's not the right choice.
We will see. I mean, I guess it's still a year away, so, I mean, who knows by the time David Letterman goes. Well, speaking of late night, did you see, I think it was this week, Samuel L. Jackson on Jimmy Fallon's show?
No, he was on for Captain America, I guess.
Yeah. Let me play a clip of what he did. You say you haven't heard about it?
Nothing.
Okay, don't look it up. I just want you to...
I'm not looking it up.
Look.
Ladies and gentlemen, here to perform a slam poem about the 1990s sitcom Boy Meets World, Samuel L. Jackson.
This is already weird.
He's smoking.
Boy meets world. Boy greets world. Hello, world. I'm Corey Matthews, short and average, head full of curls. The year 1993, we see two boys who lack both brains and brawn. Corey Matthews and Hunter, comma, Sean. Hair parted down the middle, jacket made of leather. Alas, one man's trailer trash is another man's treasure. Boy meets world, boy meets girl. Topanga, Topanga, Topanga beats the heart of Corey, a story as old as time. Daughter of hippies, name of a gypsy, Topanga! Corey cries, for he tries to mock her until shocker, a reluctant kiss by his locker. Hair standing on end, no longer just friends, a love that could not be dodged. Nobody, not even a snow bunny in a ski lodge, could come between them. You should have seen them, the journey they then took from Sandbox to Pembroke College. The knowledge they gained came not from a witch or a genie, but from a teacher, a neighbor, a mentor, a savior, a man named Mr. Feeney. Or as Eric would
This is already
say,
ridiculous.
The Feeney called, for he was always just steps away. Mr. Feeney did not leave them. He believed in them, pushed them again and again to be their best, you know, to overcome the Eskimo, eating the ice cream cone when it's super cold, and make it to the Super Bowl, and then at the end, not as teacher, but as friend. One last address, one final lesson. Do good. Do good, he says, as tears swell. Don't you mean do well? Topanga stammers, hung up on grammar. He understands her, but no, do good. He makes clear as he should, for he was always there for Corey as his story unfurled, as this boy meets world, boy meets girl, boy meets wife, boy meets life, as his students file out of the room like children from the womb or spirits from the tomb. Feeney sighs, stares at the empty desk with gloom, takes a moment to recall and reminisce. I love you all, he says to himself.
There's no way he wrote this.
That's all improvised.
That is
Oscar-nominated.
That's
Samuel L.
honestly the most weird thing I've heard all week.
So I just wanted to share that since we're talking about late night.
Really? This was Jimmy Kimmel?
This is on Jimmy Kimmel's show.
It's funny because if you don't watch Boy Meets World, that's not funny.
No, Topanga. Like, who the fuck is Topanga?
I think I've seen most, maybe almost all of them, but when I was growing up, that's ridiculous. I think it helps that it was Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that was on Jimmy Fallon. Hey, to wrap up, I guess, Hollywood news. Did you hear about the whole James Franco controversy this week?
Is he finally officially gay? I'm not trying to be funny. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Other than that, you didn't hear anything about this?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So this week, it came out that apparently James Franco was trying to hook up with a underage girl through Twitter.
It was a girl?
17-year-old girl.
Does it look pretty...
Okay, so
I'm not saying it can look good, but does it look pretty evident?
At first, a lot of people thought it was another...
He made a statement?
He went on that... I don't know what it's called now, the old Regis show. What is it called now?
Maury Povich.
What's that show called now? The old Regis show.
Kelly
and Michael, right? It's called that.
Kelly Ripa and
Michael Strahan.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't even know what it's called anymore.
A big dude with the teeth.
Yeah.
and the
Gavin,
list.
yeah.
So excited to be here.
Oh my god, they pay me to sit here and talk to this tiny little girl, the little woman here. Oh my god, this is much better than getting my head like smashed in by big guys. I'm so happy to be here. Like, why are you so chipper at like 8 o'clock in the morning?
You sound like Mike Tyson on coke.
That's my Michael Strahan version.
Anyway, what happened?
My God, it's incredible. No, so at first people thought, you know how James Franco does all that weird crap, and
They thought it was a prank.
art installations, and apparently he made a movie. I think he directed a movie, and the subject matter has to do with I think a professor having a relationship with underage girls. I think that's what it is.
He's a method actor.
So a lot of people thought it was a stunt for that, but apparently it's looking like it wasn't. So let me go through the story. What happened is
That's how you know it's bad.
yeah, it's really bad.
Here's what happened.
It's really
When you have to start the story that way,
it's
instead
really,
of just saying what happened, you're like, here's what happened.
So this
You know, it's nothing good.
yeah, this doesn't make him look good at all. So he actually temporarily changed his message on his Instagram profile, and this is on his profile. It said, "Please don't DM me," which means direct message.
Yeah,
If you're under 18.
that's just like a private message. Right?
Yeah. So he put that on his profile. He had it. Please don't DM me if you're under 18, and that's been removed since it was been put up. So the trouble started with Instagram direct messages. So the story goes that this girl, her name is Lucy Claude. She's from Scotland. She was, I guess she was on a trip to New York.
How do you spell her last name?
Claude, Clode, Lucy Claude.
Googling.
So the story goes, she's from Scotland. She was visiting New York, and she went to, I guess James Franco was doing a play of Mice and Men, and she went outside his stage door and she took a picture of him. And he asked her, hey, tag me in it. So, tag me on Instagram. So I guess you can see the picture and blah, blah, blah. So she said, okay. So apparently they started DMing, which is, direct messaging over it. And actually it was a video, I'm sorry. And if Reddit has the whole exchange. So if you Google it, you can find the whole exchange.
What do you mean video?
Yeah, she took a video of him, like, outside.
Okay,
outside
they took a video together. Just like.
Yeah, he was in a play in New York, and she went to go see him, and she went backstage.
Like hugging or something?
Yeah, and she's like, hey, tag me in the video, and, that way I can start following her, blah, blah. She's like, okay. So, apparently they started DMing each other, and during the exchanges, Franco's, asking her, questions. She has a boyfriend, and he asked her how old she is. She says, I'm 17, I'm going to turn 18. So he asked her when she's turning 18. And then he asked for her number.
Let's exchange numbers and body fluid.
No, and then he asked for her number, and they start texting. And then
are the texts public now?
Yeah, she made it public.
Oh, okay.
So then she tells him that she's staying at this hotel, and Franco asks her, "Hey, should I rent a room at that hotel?" And she responds, "Oh, she's like, April Fool's an hour ago," and she's like trying to laugh it off. And she says, I'll come back when I'm 18, And, I mean, it got a little creepy. And then she tells him,
do you have the whole text thing?
Let me do the exchange here.
It would be fun.
What?
Can you find the text transcript?
Let's see.
No, but don't read it yet. Can you find it? Okay. Do you want to be James Franco or do you want to be Lucy?
I'll be James Franco.
We should have flipped a coin.
You asked me.
All right.
Okay, so this is. I'm James Franco.
Assuming we're looking at the same thing.
Yeah.
All right,
so I'm James Franco, and John's gonna be playing the role of Lucy.
I'm Lucy Claude.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
So where do you live? NYC.
Scotland. In a small town called Dollar.
So, how long will you be in New York?
Oops. Sorry.
Your Scottish accent's horrible.
A few days till it's my 18th birthday present.
You're 18? Who are you with? Do you have a BF?
Nearly 18. My mom, and not if you're around.
When is your birthday? Where are you staying? What's your number?
In May. Well, I have some exams then. Just off Times Square in a Hilton. What do you mean number?
Okay, so it goes on after those. It goes on to
This kind of confirms the gay thing with this impression.
so after those were the DMs. After that, he asked for a number, and they started exchanging texts. So these are the texts. Can you see them?
Where are you starting?
Keep going down. If you keep going down, they show the text.
Hold on.
The first.
You
one's
see
from-
the picture of him waving?
Yeah. So the first one's from James Franco. So I'll start.
Where he's waving?
No. Like up there.
Before that?
Yeah. So the
Where's
first.
okay, can I see you?
Yeah. So
Okay.
can I see you?
That's me already?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. As long as you're James Franco.
I am. You're single. What's the hotel? Should I rent a room?
April Fool's was an hour ago. Though.
So there's a picture of James Franco waving awkwardly. It's me. Yes or no? Tomorrow or Thursday? Okay. Be well. X.
I'll come back when I'm 18.
X. I guess I don't know what he means by X.
Well, this is a story of my Scottish friends.
Don't tell.
We'll never believe.
Don't tell.
I just want proper evidence that it's you, and I won't.
I give it to you. If you don't want to meet, then text me when you do. Bye.
You sound so dodgy, though.
Bye.
1 second. I will meet you if you write my name on a piece of paper, then send it to me with your face. Also in the picture, please.
So there's a picture of James Franco with a piece of paper that says Lucy on it and his finger in there for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Is he flicking her off?
I don't know. He's just putting a finger up. And then she tweeted about the exchange, and someone posted the whole timeline on Reddit. So, and her tweet was, "Rejecting James Franco has to be the hardest thing I've ever done."
Where's that?
If you keep going down, she tweeted that out, and then she tweeted the whole exchange.
I never heard about this until we started this. Please don't message me if you understand. Blah blah blah. Okay.
And then after the exchange started to go through the whole internet, Franco tweeted, "I hope parents keep their teens away from me."
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was like, "Why? That makes you sound guilty. What are you talking about?"
Yeah. So, and he went on Kelly and Michael's show.
What is this? I'm not. What was the question?
I don't know. I have no idea what that means.
I'm just glad. Right? I'm just kidding. And they said he was intrigued by the sound of her voice.
So a lot of people at first, like I said before the story, a lot of people thought it was a promotional stunt for this film that he has coming out called Palo Alto, and it's based on a collection of one of his short stories.
Palo Alto 13.
Yeah,
And they're stuck in space and shit.
It's based on a collection of his short stories. And in the movie, it features an older teacher played by Franco who begins a relationship with a high school soccer player who's played by Emma Roberts. So a lot of people thought maybe this was a stunt, to promote the movie, and apparently it isn't.
I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah, and he went on. I was trying to find a clip.
I'll tell you, he's a method actor.
He went on live with Kelly and Michael to talk about it, but I was trying to find.
Oh, he did after this? He's been on TV?
Yeah. This is what he said. He says, "I'm embarrassed. I guess I'm just a model of how social media is tricky." He admitted. "It's a way people meet each other today, but what I've learned is you don't know who's on the other end. I used bad judgment, and I learned my lesson."
I was too busy doing the impressions to actually focus on what was going on. But did after she said she was 17, did he continue to be James Franco?
Yeah.
He did, right? For a little while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's the big oops, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a boyfriend? I'm nearly 18.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he asked her. He asked her, "You're 18."
Yeah, and then he goes, "Nearly 18." My
who-
mom and
Who are you with? Yeah. Do you have a boyfriend? And then he asked her, "Do you have a boyfriend?" So.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
So-
like, but the thing that like sounds creepy is, and then he asks her, "Where are you staying?" And then, "What's your number?" And then he starts texting her, and then I am, he asked her if you're James Franco. He's like, "I am." "You're single? What's the hotel? Should I rent a room?" That's what got a lot of people creeped out. After he learns she's not 18, he asked her, "Should I get a room where you're staying?"
Did he actually defend that well on television?
That's the thing. He just said the social media is tricky, and he didn't handle it well.
Chris Hansen's an asshole.
Right. That's the thing that really threw a lot. It is creepy.
I've always thought James Franco was creepy. I never thought he was like a...
No, but I never thought he would do something like this.
No, I never
I mean,
thought...
this
I
is
never,
on a different level.
No, I never thought he was a pedophile or...
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to call him a pedophile
Yeah.
when it's 17. It's not like she's 9 years old. I'm not defending that,
Yeah, I know,
that thing.
I know.
I'm just saying, like, law-wise, whatever. Because, I mean, I've heard of stories where, 19-year-old guys dating a 17-year-old girl, and that doesn't sound weird to me.
But this is a 35-year-old man.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
that doesn't sound weird to me.
Yeah.
But
But-
but they treat him the same as if he was 60.
Exactly. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
And to me, it doesn't sound weird. It's like, we met in high school, this or that. And
This is tricky because he's 35. She's 17.
right. But I mean, there's no laws that govern the 19-year-old guy who was a sophomore dating a freshman.
Right.
Than James Franco, who could be 45. I know he's not
Yeah.
dating a 17-year-old, and it sounds way worse with James
And apparently,
Franco.
I think what I heard is in New York, this isn't illegal. Like, I think as long as you're 17.
There's certain states
Yeah.
where I think you can be 17.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I think that's what I heard in New York. In New York
It's-
State, it's 17.
Yeah, I think.
But it's still creepy. This is still like.
So
it's
he didn't. No matter what, he didn't break the law.
technically, I don't think he did. So, otherwise, you would be hearing about it. I think it's just a creepy story.
There's no Chris Hansen.
No. So,
Where's the girl? You're talking to me today.
right. They always
They need to bring that show back.
They need to.
What is it? How to Catch a Predator?
How to Catch a Predator, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the problem was towards the end, people like when they saw him, they knew who he was. A lot of the guys. I think when they first
Doesn't
started.
ruin the show though, because they don't see him till the end.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, you right? It's like,
Oh, you got me.
Hey,
You got me,
right?
Chris.
Smile. You're on candid camera.
Right.
Well, you're going to jail.
Yeah. And you know, it is fucked up and it isn't. But like he always lets him go. He's like, "Well, you can leave if you want."
Yeah.
They tackle him in the outside.
Like, oh, the door's
It's
right
there.
there.
It's...
And stun gunning his ass.
But there's a lot of guys who've seen the show. They're like, they don't want to leave. They're like, no, I know what's out there.
Put your hands behind your head automatically and just get on the ground.
Yeah. So let's not end on that though.
That's a pretty positive note.
Let's end on what we usually always end on. Let's end on the box office results.
Yes.
There you go.
That just comforts me. Just big production conglomerates making lots and lots of money.
Yes.
That always warms my heart.
It does. So you want to guess, like always, what's number one this week?
Haven't cheated. Haven't looked. Actually,
You're pretty good at this.
I have to think. I don't even know what came out Friday. Honestly, I gotta think. Hold on.
I can never play because I'm always on top of this news. So
Was it a big movie that came out this weekend?
yes, you want a hint? It won't be a big hint.
Did Divergence come out?
No,
Or it's been out?
no.
It's not out.
I think.
How about the Johnny Depp one? Did that come out?
Wait a minute. Divergent. Oh, Divergent did come out. I'm sorry. I think you said Divergence. I'm like, no. Divergent did come out.
Yeah, because they're so hard to confuse with the other movies.
Divergent.
They all sound like that.
Divergent has been out for 3 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. The Johnny Depp one come out?
No. I think that thing comes out next week.
Give me a hint. Give me the category: action, comedy.
There's action involved.
Give me the number one. Like at least
there's action involved, and he's super.
Oh, that's easy. Captain America.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
How much do you think it made? And you were right.
40 million.
Way off. 96,200,000.
You didn't give me a second guess. I was about to double it. I swear, I was about to say 80 million.
You still would have been off.
I'd
yes.
have been closer.
90, and I believe it reached 200 million overseas because it's already been out overseas for a week. It's in some overseas markets. So
wait, America made the movie,
and it's called
Captain America.
And it didn't come out here
but
first.
we had to wait
a week
to see it before
China.
other countries. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that should be in the Supreme Court right there.
Get angered over that. Yes. On a budget of 100.
Captain A.V. McCutcheon.
On a budget of $170 million. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna make its money back.
It might have already made its money back.
Yeah, if you count overseas, yeah, probably. You want to guess what second place is?
Divergent?
Close. That's third. Give you a hint.
Noah.
Yeah, there you go. You want to guess how much it made? Not
total.
Not
just,
96.
Just the weekend?
Just for the weekend. Not 96 million. I'll give you that hint. It wasn't 96 million. It wasn't 90 million.
28.
Close.
What is it?
It's $17 million. It's on the second week of release, and it's made $72 million so far. So, it's getting there. And Divergent was third with $13 million. It's made $85 million so far in 3 weeks. I mean, $114 million so far in 3 weeks. God's Not Dead, number 4 with $7 million. And
what's the deal with this God's Not Dead? What is that?
It's a religious movie.
Okay.
That's all I know about.
Like,
and we talked about it a few weeks back.
Yeah, I think we did. I was like, what? Apparently, it's making a lot of money.
It's making a lot of money. It's made so far. It's been out.
There's no stars, right?
No, it's been out. It's been out 3 weeks, and it's made $32 million on a. They don't know the budget, but yeah, it's a bunch of. I had the synopsis right here. Who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bunch of nobodies. So I mean, it's.
Those are the top 3.
Top 4, and then running out the number 5. It's
Sabotage.
No, Sabotage is actually number 8.
Yes.
Running out the top 5.
Wait! I want to guess 5.
You'll never guess it.
It's not something weird. Just tell me. I don't care anymore.
It's expanded. Look, it started out in very few theaters, and it's been expanding over the last few weeks. It's been out 5 weeks so far. The Grand Budapest Hotel, the new Wes Anderson movie.
Actually, I had that in the back of my head when we were doing the top 3, and then I realized that.
Yeah, it made $6 million, and it's made in the 5 weeks. It's made $33 million, so pretty good. I mean, I'm sure it didn't cost much to make.
No,
so
it is Wes Anderson.
Yeah. In fact,
I'm a
little thirsty now. Though. We're talking about Wes Anderson. I need to get a glass of water.
Very dry movies.
Get a glass of water.
What's funny is I remember seeing the preview, and I go, that looks like a Wes Anderson movie. Like, before I even saw, the end of the trailer.
Right.
And I was like, that's totally Wes Anderson. Whatever's going on there.
And just to round out the top 10, Muppets Most Wanted was number 6. Mr. Peabody.
I'm actually surprised that it's not. I think it picked a bad release date.
Puppets Most Wanted?
Yeah.
Muppets Most Wanted. I said Puppets.
Yeah, I think if they would have got that out during like spring break, they would have made a lot more money.
Well, it's been out for 3 weeks. Didn't it come out during spring break?
I
think it did.
Now that you say that, maybe.
Mr. Peabody and Sherman was number 7. Sabotage was number 8. Need for Speed was number 9. And Nonstop rounds out the top 10.
Underrated Need for Speed.
Yeah, I did it underrated. And Bad Words was number 11. So
I want to see it.
We keep talking about it.
It's very.
It's expanding.
Very limited release, right?
Yeah, it's still it's expanded by 232 theaters. It crossed the 1,000 theater count this week. It's out officially in over 1,000 theaters. So,
I heard it was funny.
Yeah. So there's your box office results for this weekend. No surprises.
Not that I'm aware of.
And that's about it for this week. I don't think we have any more stories to go over. We went over a wide variety of stuff. Baseball, How I Met Your Mother, and James Franco's sort of a creepy guy. So,
yeah, he was creepy before I heard that story.
So, there you go.
I want you, James Franco.
And on that note, we say goodbye. Bye.